Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the women's strawweight bout between Amanda Ribas versus Angela Hill. So this is an interesting matchup right here. So you got Ribas, who was looking like a breakout star in this women's strawweight division, and really women's MMA. Like, they were giving her a lot of not star power. She wasn't there yet, but they were, she was receiving, the attention from the fans, attention from the media. Not maybe she definitely wasn't mainstream or near it yet, but she was at least among fans of the sport. Maybe not super major, a level above casual to ones that were more into MMA. Yeah, she was getting that attention more. Casual had not got true casual or true mainstream attention or anything like that, but she was on her way up. And this is not about a backstory where she was at, but it's just a reference where she was at. Now, her going against Angela Hill, what we know Ribas does, she has pretty solid striking, but definitely her striking is not what's the best about her. She's a good grappler as well. I mean, her grappling was her bread and butter. In her last fight, she fought Marina Rodriguez, and she got her down to the ground, but wasn't able to really find much success. Got control time. Then, like in the second round, when Rodriguez was able to keep that distance for just even a little bit of time, like even keeping on feet for just a little bit of time too, they would clip her and put her out. So the two losses on Ribas' record are by knockout. I'm not gonna say the round, but both of them were knockouts. So she's a solid grappler, one of the best in the division, one of the better in the division, and then women's MMA, one of the better ones. Offensively, her takedowns, she's not one of the best offensive takedown artists, and she's not one of the best submission artists as far as scoring submissions as far as in the sport. I'm just saying ratio. She only had one or two submissions inside the UFC. One was over Emily Whitmire, who pretty much all her losses she's been submitted, so that ain't really impressive. And then I think she submitted Paige Van, who was losing to Paige Van at that point. Paige Van, when she first came in the UFC, she was rocketing up and she was looking good. But then I think Paige Van at some point just forgot who she was. But I'm saying all this to say all that. But really looking at Ribas' record, not the most impressive win. She got two impressive wins, but even when you look back at them, they're not the most impressive wins. And where I'm going with this, I feel like basically Ribas needs to get to the ground or to find success. To win this fight, Ribas needs to get to the ground. I'm just gonna say it right there. She needs to get to the ground. And Angela Hill has shown some some solid, top-notch takedown defense. She's been working on that area and improving. But yeah, enough talking. This is turning to a long pick, not a quick pick. Basically, I feel Ribas needs to get it to the ground. Angela Hill needs to keep it standing. Angela Hill has been improving on her takedown defense, improving on her wrestling and grappling, offensively and defensively. And really, in her last 2 or 3 fights, or really since her recent stint, wins and losses, the only takedown she's really have given up, outside of maybe one or two, really like one, has been takedowns that were given up when she got aggressive trying to force the finish. But when she's standing on her P's and Q's, minding her distance and not overcommitting the stuff, her takedown defense has been lockdown defense. So, and I feel where Ribas' best takedowns come from are areas where Angela Hill is strongest, which is in the clinch. She has a real good clinch game, real strong, strength conditions coming along real well. So in those exchanges, I feel she will be able to get more than the better of Ribas in those positions and be able to stuff the takedown and keep it on the feet. I worry about her seeing Ribas get knocked on last fight and trying to force a finish and end up on her back, which could be all she wrote. But Ribas, like I said, Ribas has not been submitting too many people at the upper echelon. She has not. So, and then she had Rodriguez on the ground for a significant amount of time and wasn't able to really do anything with it. Rodriguez was able to stay patient and work her way back to her feet and then find her time and was able to put her out. So it is what it is. But so in this one, I do worry about Angela Hill if it goes to the ground, but I feel Angela Hill's takedown defense is solid enough, and I feel she's going to stay patient enough. And even if it goes to the ground, I feel the work she does on the feet is going to be more than enough. And I know that Ribas is going to be working on her striking, working on her takedowns coming into this one, based on what happened in her last fight, and working on getting to submission when she gets to the ground instead of, because in her last fight, when she got to the ground, she was able to have the success that she needed. She had it on the ground, but couldn't get a finish, couldn't really latch on the submission. But again, to get this one, I feel Hill will be able to keep it on the feet. I don't see Ribas having too much success for her takedowns, but if she does get the ground, it could be very dangerous. But I'm leaning to the fact that she hasn't really been the most successful with getting submissions in this UFC yet. And I feel like Hill's takedown defense has been more so proven. And I think she's a better striker, faster, sharper, more agile, more active, and will be able to keep it where she's stronger at, and be able to outpoint Ribas to a decision. So in this one, I have Angela Hill by decision.